So the Seattle Mariners recently, as if your Twitters and your YouTube is probably blown up, the Mariners traded away their best relief pitcher, closer, Paul Sewald, to the Arizona Diamondbacks for 3 prospects. And right off the bat, I am ready to put out my thoughts, and I think everyone has an idea of how exactly I feel. So my take is this. If this trade was like done when the Mariners are like on pace to lose 100 games and they're like 15 games out of the division and wild card, sure, yeah, I would have definitely supported that trade. But for a team that's actually has a good shot to win a division more than they have for the wild card at this point, I didn't understand a trade because I looked at those 3 prospects. One of them is like maybe the golden ticket, but there's no guarantees that he'll make an impact right now or even next season. One of them was basically like another just in case Dylan Moore is pretty much a dud at this point. And then the other guy, also another prospect, young man. Also, I don't think it was the appropriate timing either. And all of them was for offense. Now, some of you are going to be excited, like, yeah, we got some depth for second baseman because Colton Wong is absolutely atrocious still, with the exception of a couple pretty bunts. But other than that, this trade comes at a huge substantial cost, the bullpen, because who was carrying that bullpen more than anyone? It was Paul Sewald, hence why Scott Service really did overuse him in that past week. And as of now, it looks like the closer is Andres Munoz, and your second best relief pitcher is Justin Topa, who seems to get into trouble, and we've seen Munoz being very inconsistent. So I did not understand this trade other than the fact that you're maybe, dumping salary to maybe get Shohei Ohtani, or you just did not want to pay for Paul Sewald. But here's the way I look at it. If you're an owner that's better than John Stanton or has a tenth of a desire of a George Steinbrenner, you pay the man. Paul Sewald deserved it. He came from the most difficult times in New York. He has broken out to be a borderline all-star. You just pay the guy. But the Mariners have that mindset where if someone is close to that ending of the contract, there's just that scarcity mindset that they're just not going to get him back. So they pretty much just give up and then just let him go. I guess the Mariners haven't really recovered from losing A-Rod. So I guess that's why they're so quick to making these trades. They just give up before they can even negotiate a contract extension. So obviously this does not sound like a win now trade at all. This gives me the feelings of the Kendall Graveman trade, where the Mariners actually went 4-9 after that trade. And I unfortunately expect the Mariners to get some adverse effects. And Kendall Graveman was a well-loved man in that clubhouse. And I think looking back on it, that Kendall Graveman trade was the straw that broke the camel's back for Kyle Seager to retire. And I do expect some tensions in that clubhouse because it looked like that Paul Sewald really did hold that team together. But those are my quick thoughts on the trade. Maybe good for long-term offensive bats, maybe an impact bat within the next couple months. But other than that, I don't think it was the appropriate time to make that kind of trade.